Patrick, what you said just before the break was so fascinating to me that Apple, and particularly Tim Cook, saw China as a place where, if you wanted to radically transform a consumer industry, not just make products cheaper, but radically transform the industry, you couldn't do it in the United States. China was the place to do it. And here is a 2017 interview that Tim Cook gave to Fortune magazine, and Cook elaborated a little bit more about why Apple did go to China.
The quantity of skill in one location and the type of skill it is, like the products we do require really advanced tooling. And the precision that you have to have in tooling and working with the materials that we do are state of the art. And the tooling skill is very deep here. In the US, you could have a meeting of tooling engineers, and I'm not sure we could fill the room. In China, you could fill multiple football fields.
So the here, I believe Cook is referring to, is China. I mean, that's just a very jarring comparison, Patrick. I mean, your response to that?
Yeah, it's a stunning statement. And the thing that he's missing or just not really pointing out for the listeners there is that Apple is sort of like a vocational school. In other words, like how does China have so many of those tooling engineers? And it's actually because, a team sent by Tim Cook has trained all of them. And just to give the listener like some perspective here, in 2014 and again in 2016, Apple was sending so many engineers from Cupertino over to two different cities in China, in particular called Chengdu and Hangzhou. So Chengdu is actually called iPad City for Apple, and Hangzhou is an industrial cluster just outside of Shanghai. Apple convinces United Airlines, who does not fly to either of those cities, to begin flying 3 times a week and says, we will buy so many of the first class tickets 3 times a week that even if the rest of the plane is empty, you'll still make a profit.